Hey, man. What's up, Dave? Hi. How's everybody doing? This is Bob's Basement Toy Blog. We are on episode 7. We are unboxing my basement slowly, box at a time. Sometimes a big box and a little box, sometimes just a big box like we have today. Clearly, collectibles right here. Why am I doing this? Filling time, adding content to Total Toy Recon's pages, its social media pages, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, our own website. We're doing that. We're starting to notice that we're not really getting anything in the mail anymore. That's good. I mean, they should stay at home. We got plenty of things that have never seen the light of day in decades that we can go through here. So I'm doing this because, one, I have the time, cleaning my basement, reasons I just mentioned, and we have a lot of toys in my basement that I have not seen in years, that I've been moving around a lot. I'm finally in a house, and now I can check these things out, what's damaged, what's broken, what's worth something, what I forgot I had. I look at some of the more recent Star Wars Black Series figures. Case in point, totally forgot I had Dr. Aphra until I found her in a box the other day. I was half tempted to buy her like 3 times, got her at GameStop for $22, which was good because Entertainment Earth had canceled my order. So I was glad that I actually got Dr. Aphra. I'll probably put her, like, I wanted to open her, but I think she's going to be one of the Lost Wave figures, kind of like Captain Rex was recently. What's up, Dave? Thanks for joining me again. This, yes, Cyrush, is a laser tag blaster, not a photon blaster, a laser tag blaster. Looking for the chest plate, but I have it somewhere. You don't trust the Emperor figure behind me. Yes, found him yesterday, Matt. Didn't put him in a bag, because I have like 19 of them. But I do have, this isn't the one, I do have a unique Emperor figure that his legs are backwards. So it's a factory mistake or whatever, and we have one Emperor figure in my collection that his legs are actually backwards. Really odd. A weird thing to have. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, so things are slowly packing up. So we're going to get into this box today. This is a bit unusual. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this because it takes up so much space. So I'm going to move this table here a little bit forward, and then I'm going to bring this box down a little bit here. So I know you're not going to be able to see what's in front of me, but I will do my best to try to lay these out for you as I explain what's going on. And if you're wondering, yes, I did go to Penn State. All right, let's get into this one. This one I had on display for a very long time in numerous places that I lived, and this was an awesome figure that I picked them up. Look at all the dust here. Ugh. And I can't use wipes or anything because I'm saving them for when I go outside to clean up. But this was the 300th action figure that Hasbro put out in the new Star Wars. Well, no, actually, it's not the new Star Wars line. In the complete Star Wars line. So including the Kenner figures, this was the 300th figure. And I say that's the complete line because here on the back, we do have the original Luke Skywalker. We have Han and Carbonite. Those were Kenner figures. And then we have Mara Jade, who was 200. And then we had this special edition Boba Fett. That was the 300th figure. Amazing figure. Fantastic. All kinds of great stuff. Yeah, Dave, it's nice to see you too. I mean, well, sort of. But I hope you and Gene are doing good. So, thank you for spending your lunch with me. But this was cool. This was from 2000, and this is from 2000. You got 20 Jedi Master points if you actually sent away for anything. So I'm just going to set him out. Pretty sure he'll be out of the shot. So when my wife and I got married, a lot of collection pieces came together. Some things went into some boxes when we moved to LA. So one of which from her collection, and she didn't have just the girl figures or just Princess Leia, but here is a Princess Leia Organa from the 1997 Power of the Force figures, and it's Leia in the Ewok Celebration outfit. So on the card, pretty nice. Now here is not the 200th Mara Jade figure I was talking about, but actually the Black Series number 14375 Mara Jade figures. I think I found her at Wegmans. I may have purchased her at Wegmans. Now, if you're wondering who Mara Jade is, you should really read Timothy Zahn's amazing book, Heir to the Empire. It's a trilogy, and then he did 2 more stories later on. She was actually the Emperor's Hand, which was like his own Jedi assassin, Sith assassin. Not quite a Sith, not quite a Jedi. She was like right in between. She ends up marrying Luke Skywalker. Spoilers, but hey, that was like years ago. So that's a cool figure. Not a lot of these Black Series from this era, they were hard to find. They were difficult pieces to acquire. I think I bought that at Wegmans. So here is, I don't know what EBX is, Electronics Boutique. Electronics Boutique. This is a Power of the Jedi now, they were calling it. And they were pretty much just cranking anybody out. But this was Luke for $2.99. And then, let me tell you what's in this wave. Qui-Gon Jinn with Jedi armor. Obi-Wan with Cold Weather Adventure. Those are 2 figures. Never saw those in the movie. They were special outfits. And then they also released a Sith Apprentice Darth Maul from a concept artwork. So these were some pretty cool figures. They're the back of those, but just Google them. They'll come up. So we got 4 carded figures in here so far. So this is from the Dark Empire comic put out by Dark Horse, which this is a Luke Skywalker when he's teetering on the edge of joining the Emperor in a sequel comic. Good comic to read. Kind of like a, now they consider it Legends, but it's kind of an interesting what if this would have happened. Drawn beautifully, very odd looking. You can see some of the artwork here on the back, and then some of the artwork up here on the front. But the neat thing about this card was that you cut it out, and this scene from the comic unfolded. So it's a thicker card. I had a very expensive telephone bill around $19.99, and I had to sell all my Expanded Universe figures to pay for it. So the irony is, over time, they're all right down here, I've actually been able to acquire all the Expanded Universe figures. I think I sold them for like $35, $40 a piece on eBay. But I've been able to acquire a lot of them for $2 to $3 a piece, because a lot of these figures, everybody bought 20 of them, and they didn't retain their resale value, kind of like baseball cards in the late 80s. All right, so this is Slave Leia Black Series. She's got a lightsaber in there. I'm guessing that's Yoda's. I think Yoda's in here too. But my wife and I had opened her up. We took some pictures with her, a couple of toy photography things that we did. So Slave Leia, still have her in the orange box. Okay, so these were cool. This was a commemorative DVD collection set of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Now, this is from 2005. Now, they had a bunch of these weird sets, and I think these were Walmart exclusives, but don't quote me on that. This was the Sith Attack Pack, so you got Ventress, General Grievous, and then Dirge. If you don't know who Dirge is, he was kind of like the Boba Fett of the micro series of the Clone Wars, which you can watch online. It's a fantastic series. It's almost all music and sound effects. It's hardly any talking whatsoever. But it was a great, they released little mini episodes, and then when they were done with the season, they put them all out in like one night. It was really neat. They did it on Cartoon Network. Fantastic things. This DVD not included, but it's the commemorative set, even though I don't even know if they were out yet on DVD. But Grievous has 2 lightsabers, Ventress has 2 as well, and then Dirge comes with his lance. So it's an unusual box set, something you're not going to find too often. We have a Yoda lunchbox. This is a tiny one. I do have my original one right here, but even then, this is in honor of my original thermos lunchbox that I had when I was a kid. I remember the day my mom sold them at a yard sale, because I had to she didn't say it, but I felt like I needed a more grown-up one, so I had a football one instead, because kids were, I guess, making fun of me that I still had a Return of the Jedi lunchbox. To this day, I wish I had the damn thing. I saw some of the thermoses, but I was given this one years ago as kind of a little memento of that lunchbox, which is neat. So this is a little bit bigger. This is something that I think you can get these still at Five Below. It's neat for art supplies and stuff, but inside here, I do have more Star Wars. It is a pewter 1994 Darth Vader. This was given to me as a gift I believe I was a freshman in college that year, so I was given this as a gift. Can't believe the lightsaber has not broken yet. But very nice. It's pewter. It's when Star Wars at that point, we were still a year away from those figures. It was very hard to find Star Wars things. Oh, this is cool. So this is the speeder bike with Castus, and this is from the Clone Wars. There's a lot of crazy Clone Wars things out there that if you're a diehard collector and you try to get a lot of these things, they're hard to find. But at the time, Target, this was originally $16.99. I got it for $8.48. There's a Republic Scout Speeder. Comes with a dude. I never saw him before. General Grievous had an attack cycle, and then there was a Separatist droid speeder bike. All of these are like mini rigs. So I was always a big fan of mini rigs, and I believe this guy is in the Boba Fett Revenge episodes, which is another reason why I think I got it at the time. So that's neat. I'll probably open it. It'd be neat to see what it goes for, though, which I always do first. So when is this from? So back when Star Wars Rebels was hitting, I think. Look up the date. It's always good to look at the date. It's from 2012. So, yeah, this is before Star Wars Rebels. So this is kind of the in-between time. Yeah, this is kind of in-between time. They started releasing these 2-packs. So, kind of a neat thing to do. Now, over in Europe, when Episode 1 came out, they did this with every figure you got a battle droid. Which is weird. Why didn't they do that in the States? So you got like Darth Maul in a battle droid. You got Qui-Gon in a battle droid. You could build an army in like seconds. You're buying the figures anyway. So this is a Yoda clone trooper and another battle droid. And their points of articulation are pretty standard. I believe it's 5 points and that's it. So that means the head moves and the arms move. So kind of an odd thing there. Mission series, they called it. There was a 501st clone trooper with Anakin, a droid, a Star Destroyer droid with Darth Vader, and then you got Jango and another Geonosis battle droid. So, we got two. Well, this is going to take a while. So I hope you're in for the long haul because this is going to take a few minutes. But I'll put this to the side. We got two things we can get through really quick here, I hope. So this is the European, this is Star Wars Celebration Europe 2, the exclusive. It was also the exclusive that year at Comic-Con. And what this is the Boba Fett Black Series figure that you had to get. And you were only allowed to buy two a day at the convention in Europe. I don't know what it was at Comic-Con, but I actually went to the European one. Had a great time. And let me open this up here. So you get this on this box. And then the special thing about this is the only way you could get Han Solo in a carbonite. Now, they did release Boba Fett again with all of his fun stuff. Though I think that the jetpack is just straight green, which is weird because it should be more colored. He's never come out. Neither is Han. As you can see, the rubber tags are in here. And this one has a really good story. And this is something that I've shared numerous times with people. So I was at the European convention, obviously. And I was running around. And I was moving from thing to thing. I was trying to cover stuff. I was working for a website at the time. And I bought two of these. I bought one for myself and one for a friend who would give me the money for it. His name's Soheeb. And I don't even know if Soheeb knows this story. So if you ever see the Soheeb, yeah, this is the story behind your Black Series that I hope you still have. So I should hold it up. So as I went, I was scoping out this European poster dealer. He had all kinds of different posters. And he was informing me that my poster, the poster that I wanted was an Argentine Empire Strikes Back poster. And I was like, oh, that's great. So I go, I told him I'd come back. I had to go to an event. And then I look down and I'm a bag short. And the bag that I'm missing had the two of these in there. So I like freaked out. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I can't believe I lost it. So I ran back to the room I was just in. The bag was gone. So these were, I forget, they were like $75 a piece or something. And I think that would have been Deutschmark or euros. So they were very expensive. So here I know, now I owe Soheeb like $75. I don't have the two figures. I'm really, really bummed, and I'm exhausted, I'm tired, and I was really upset. So, by chance, the panel that I was in before where I left this, I got in talking to the man who was making a short, he had made a short Star Wars film. We hit it off. He was from Hong Kong. And he gave me his business card, didn't think anything of it. I told him I'd check out his film, and I intended to. And sure enough, I emailed him, I Facebooked him, said I watched the film, really liked it. And he was like, wow, I'm glad you got a hold of me. You never gave me a business card. I have your bag. You left it when you got up. He met me the next day, gave me both of the things, and we hung out for the day. So it was, I think it was called Smuggler's Run. I think it was the name of the film. I'm pretty sure it was. I still have the man's business card. He did not respond the last time I went to a Star Wars celebration. He may have changed his address, or he may not have checked Facebook anymore. Something could have happened to him. I don't know. Lives in Hong Kong, so God only knows now. But, you know, it was an act of kindness. He got back to me with it, and he gave me back this and my friends. So it really made my convention. And a friend of mine, Gordon, has this thing about Comic-Con karma. And I think this convention, it should be more convention karma. That if you do something nice for someone, you'll get paid forward it. And clearly, I've been trying to pay it forward ever since. And I've had nice things happen to me because of it. So that's always a good thing to do. So it can be anything from simply helping somebody out, giving them a power cord when they need it, or just in general helping somebody at a convention who may have dropped something behind. Oh, okay. So, as you can see, this is an original 6-inch Black Series Assortment Wave 1. So, these are a little hard to take out. Now, I probably picked up the box. Nope, the box was mailed to me. So, there is an original Black Series Luke number 1 in the pilot outfit. Very, very cool. That's never been opened. Here is the Yoda, who we're missing his lightsaber. So this box isn't exactly the Assortment 1. Here is the TIE Fighter pilot. And my wife got this when we went to Toy Fair one year. Hasbro gave us this. I believe I got Yoda. She got the TIE Fighter pilot. And then for Christmas one year, my wife got me number 7, Greedo. In the original Black Series with the orange wave. So those are cool. I never opened that Luke. You stare at him for the longest time. Really wanted to open him, and just never did. And I'm glad I didn't, because they re-released him as an archive figure, so I was able to open him there. So now, let's see if I can close this up a little bit here. All right, not the best surface in the world, but this is a tub. Now, when I worked at Walmart back in 1999, they gave these stickers to give to the kids when they walked in the door. So when the movie came out, they went back to the smiley face sticker. So since I worked there, I said, can I have the roll of stickers? And they're like, yeah, sure, take it. And I took the whole roll of stickers and I put them on a lot of my boxes from that point on to know what was Star Wars when it got packed. And it's funny that little ones like this still have it, where the bigger ones, unless I taped over it, have long since fallen off. So we've got loose figures. I'm going to go through this quickly. We have an original Power of the Force Stormtrooper. Oh, so this is cool. In this box is an Entertainment Earth, 6-pack of figures. They were a Stormtrooper squadron called the Joker Squadron. That was from a comic book that happened I think it was 100 years after the fall of the Battle of Endor. And this was a Sith Jedi. It was like a squid head, a Twi'lek, not Twi'lek. I can't remember what it is, but it's squid head. So here's an original swoop bike from the expanded universe again. I have 2 swoop bike pilots. Whenever I see characters like that at a yard sale or flea market, I always pick them up, which is why I have a lot of Stormtroopers that don't have guns, because I'm always trying to troop build. So there's another Stormtrooper here. He's loose. An original battle droid with the Battletech voice chip. Emperor's Royal Guard. Here is a Naboo Padme. Here is an Attack of the Clones Plo Koon. Anybody who knows a lot about Star Wars, I always call this the Dave Filoni figure. An Old Republic Threat of Peace comic book. God only knows where this came from. Probably was in a video game. I believe that's the Tatooine Darth Maul, because he doesn't have the 2 blades, just the 1 blade. Got Biggs Darklighter's card. A Biker Scout thing. So there must be... I know there's a box here somewhere with all the loose stormtroopers and figures. They all got rolled into a big box, and they were broken down by what kind of trooper they were. So it's probably in there. So here's an Imperial officer. Yeah. Here's the Sand Trooper. Here's a TIE Fighter pilot's card with his gun. So that's where those are. Here's a Power of the Force Lobot. Gotta love Lobot. Another Stormtrooper. Got some stands, random stands. Ah! Matt, are you still watching? Here is the Emperor with the legs that are backwards. I had mentioned him here. I don't know if you can see it, but you gotta look at the waist. Here's the Lucasfilm and the trademark right there. And then his feet are backwards. So he's right there. So that's him. That's the oddball Emperor. 1984. That is so cool. I can't believe I found him. This is the Attack of the Clones Royal Guard. This Vader is see-through, so I think this is the Lightning Vader, where you can actually see into his armor. But we've got daggers and swords in here. We've got a random spaceman. An original Kenner Jawa has somehow ended up in this box. ATST driver. I have a bunch of these. Case in point. Found this one in a yard sale. I always try to rescue these when I go to RetroCon and stuff. If I see like a lot of these, as in like, you know, you get a bag for like, I think I got a bag for like $3. I got like 6 of these. And I was like, good deal. Another Royal Guard. So there's at least, what is it, 3 Royal Guards in here. All at different, 2 Attack of the Clones. And then, God, what was I thinking? And then, so here is, this is a unique one. You don't see this figure too often. And this is from The Force Unleashed. And it was like the Halo, it was like a skydiving or paratrooper stormtrooper. So that's a unique one there too. And then there is another, was it OOM-9 battle droid? God, how do I remember that? It's like a commanding officer battle droid. So, that's it. Not bad haul. Lots of Star Wars stuff. Nothing that wasn't Star Wars? No, it was all Star Wars, so that's cool. But this is how I organize a lot of my figures, and you see, if you bag them and stuff, they keep their weapons, they maintain some of the things. This Sand Trooper actually looks like he's got an extra, Sand Trooper, he's got an extra thing on his back, so I think this was a a riot control Stormtrooper from the Hasbro wave that came with like this, it was like a big arm he could push stuff over with. They were just coming up with weird stuff, but it enabled me to get more Stormtroopers, so definitely want to have that. So that's it. This is Bob's Basement Blog. I really appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to be back again tomorrow at noon. I found another tub that's similar, a big version of this. So I think I'm going to attack that tomorrow. But where are the figures with all the boxes upon boxes of troopers that are all segregated into their different units and things? I saw it earlier when I was moving things around down here. I was getting the Christmas stuff out of the way and the Halloween stuff out of the way. So I definitely want to get to that. It's over there somewhere. But, you know, sooner or later we'll hit it. I'm doing these every day at noon here on Total Toy Recon. I really appreciate you tuning in. I hope everybody is being safe. I hope this was a break from your normality, that you're able to just sit here with me and enjoy looking at some crazy toys and action figures that I have in my basement. But I think I must need to take like the weekend or something and just start squaring these away. But I'm finding stuff like my Frank Miller Sin City Marv over here. I found a rubber chicken. And I'm putting up some of the odder things up here that I don't know what to do with. So it's a break from the normal. Our new normal is not fun. So I hope this made you smile. Hope you had a good time. And I'm going to go spend some time with my son. So I will see you tomorrow.